What's up, book nerds? The September House by Carissa Orlando. And this was a cool spooky book. I uh I thoroughly enjoyed this. This is basically about a husband and wife buy a house after their daughter moves out, goes to college. They're transient, like they've been transient most of their life. Never really owned a house. Both of them growing up, either apartments, trailers. Never really owned anything anywhere, stayed anywhere for very long. Um, but they move into this beautiful Victorian house. It has a turret and with a wraparound porch, like hugging the house. That is said several times, and it makes sense once you learn the our main protagonist, like why she does what she does and what happens. And um, but starts off whimsically and funny with like the ways she deals with these ghosts and whatnot. And then it gets darker and darker and darker. Um, and as it gets pretty fucked up. But we'll get to that. Anyways, if you find me anywhere and you enjoy anything I do, I would appreciate it if you give me a like, thumbs up, wherever you find me, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever, X. I'd appreciate it. Or even a follow. That helps out too. I just enjoy doing this stuff. Um, yeah, and if you like it, you can talk about it too. Leave comments. That'd be cool as shit. But yeah. So we start with the wife. Her husband is gone. Uh, as she tells her daughter. There's a lot of foreshadowing in this. Uh, with the way Carissa like uses her words, you're like she's very good at throwing red herrings out there as well. But like I said, it starts off whimsical, a little funny. Way the our protagonist deals with these ghosts. Not all of them are evil. There's like one big evil one. Like Master Vale. Yeah, it's Master Vale. Um, and but it's haunted throughout the year. But uh, in September it ramps up to 11, and a few more ghosts end up showing up throughout the month. Things get progressively like the walls start bleeding. They bleed more and more every day. They start coming. It starts getting down the walls and coming down the steps and whatnot. Uh, there's one ghost that used to be like a housemaid or whatever. She cooks, makes tea for him. Excuse me. Uh, one little boy, I think his name was Isaac. Let's say his name's Isaac. I'm probably wrong, but he just doesn't like his space invaded. If you get too close, he like bites you. And kind of like a cool like narrative thing is if she touches the ghost, which she ends up touching all of them, and so you find out how they all die. She experiences their death, and it's pretty fucked up because she also feels it. But so yeah, we what gets the ball rolling is their daughter calls like a little bit into the month, not maybe the fifth or between the fifth and 10th, I think, saying even though she doesn't like her dad, she's not a big fan of him. She just kind of it's your dad. You're gonna and you end up finding out why she's not cool with her dad, but she's not answering her back. Like, goes straight to voicemail. Calls her mom. Hey, where the fuck is dad at? Blah blah blah. I'm coming. We're gonna figure this out. He's been gone this long. Where the fuck? Blah. Uh, daughter shows up, and she's not seeing the ghost. But the mom's trying to hide all this shit. She ends up like drugging her and whatnot. And I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Uh, but when like as the daughter starts coming around or threatening to come, and then she shows up, we find out that our protagonist, a abused wife, domestic abuse, physical, and the way she deals with these ghosts is kind of how you see a lot of women who have been abused by their significant other act. Um, I have been a witness to this a few times in my life as a younger man, and the what how Carissa writes uh, our protagonist is what I've seen women who have been abused physically, verbally act. They come up with I just don't. I won't break the rules. So if I follow the rules, nothing bad will happen. She does that with her husband and the house. The ghost with the house. Um, the husband at the time has come around. Like after like the daughter left, like he's drunk too. So he sobered up. Uh, there were no issues. Until like he couldn't take the house anymore. He was almost killed by the big bad ghost in the basement, Master Vale. Uh, and that leads to him disappearing. But you find like I said, like this is where it starts getting dark. Is you find out okay, she was an abused woman. See, like if you've known anything or met like women in particular, you see her coping mechanisms and why and how she does things just to survive, and she it's even written that way. Um, is it's kind of interesting. It's sad. It's really fucking sad. Uh, but it's like if this book wasn't like a metaphor for domestic abuse, I don't know what is. And here's the funny thing: because I was flipping through this and there's like a question and answer with Carissa at the end of the book, and I didn't read all of these. But one of them was a question. I think this is satire. I think she wrote these questions and she's just answering them how she would. Or if someone actually did answer, like ask these questions, like they're an idiot. This one question is: so is the September house a metaphor of the current housing market? And her answer is: I'm not sure you've actually read the book. Which, if someone didn't read the book and you ask that question, you'd be like, you're an asshole. Like this book is clearly about like the metaphor for domestic abuse with the ghost story thrown in. Um, but yeah, so that all this shit happens. Cops get involved. Things keep getting wild and wilder. Like, she has a friend that she talks to that knows about the ghost. She has a Catholic priest that comes by and does like a half-ass exorcism. Probably a couple times a year, especially in December. Which reason why things vamp up in September is because this is died in the house. Uh, but yeah, super good. I gave this a 4 out of 5. I didn't give it a 4.5 or a 5 because I didn't get any strong emotional. I didn't get emotional at all in this book. I felt very sad. But nothing like moved me like made me teary eyed, like joyful or sad. It's just like it's just like man, fucking downer. Not that like oh it stopped me from reading the book because it's a great book, but it's like really in your face, especially if you've ever experienced these, like whether you were the person that received the abuse or you've had to be someone on like close to them, like trying to help or I it's just fucked up, but it works great with this book. And it's kind of dark funny too, like when you think about it, like okay, this woman's being abused. This is what she did with the coping mechanism with her husband. Uh, and now she finds this perfect house and these ghosts, and she's using the same fucking mechanism to, to justify why she stays in this house. So super good read. This is the first book I ever read by Carissa. I was very happy. I'm gonna look into some more of her shit if she has some. Um, but yeah, I don't think there was a hardcover, or if it was super fucking expensive. Like I wasn't willing to pay. But super dope book. Go read, nerds.